there's just so much about that game that, wow, early bow. There's so much to love about Bucky O'Hare. The last thing I did a speedrun for was probably like DuckTales, which was I think a couple years ago. I haven't done a serious speedrun grind since Jaws. My original plan was to basically be a full-time, well not full-time, but do all speedruns. But then Jaws kind of killed my desire to speedrun. Thanks for the good luck, Pops. Well, this is I have a boss shuffle on here, so we're probably not gonna, I mean, I could go through to the boss of Eastern, but we're not gonna be able to kill the boss of Eastern because the game doesn't like to give us nice things. I don't think I've ever, like, played Blaster Master more than a couple minutes, and I really should. Because everything I've heard about Blaster Master says it's awesome. And it looks like it's a lot of fun, too. Okay, good, just 50 bucks. Was a little worried with that starting bowl that it was going to be like, oh, hey, here's a fire rod. Yeah, Armos and Vidi on the GT climb. They are definitely going to be there. It's early, we'll take the heart piece. Like, if this was I had considered, well, granted, it wouldn't have, if I would have picked a different seed that didn't have a boss shuffle, the bow wouldn't have been there. But you never get an early bow when you can just go right into Eastern. Never does that. But it is still nice to see your first item be a bow. Worlds of Power, was that like a story about Blaster Master? Or like one of those guides? I never had Nintendo Power. I had Game Player's Strategy Guide, I think it was called. It was like the really cheap version of Nintendo Power, not as good. But I mean, it worked. Oh, okay. Story of the game. I forget that a lot of NES games did actually have some type of storyline. Like outside of like the Ninja Gaiden, I loved Ninja Gaiden having the like the cinematic cutscenes and everything. But I forget that other games had stories too. It wasn't just, hey, here, you're dropped in a world, go finish the game. The best, speaking of that, speaking of game, the best item in the game is right there in Blind's Hut, the Cane of Samaria. Yeah, I am very much firmly of the belief that Jason did not actually kill Muffin in Friday the 13th Part 2. Jason has never shown any interest in hurting dogs. And Muffin is a Shih Tzu, just like my dogs. Therefore, nothing bad happened to Shih Tzus. And early money is pretty good here. Really nice to find a bottle this early. If you can find a bottle before you leave Kakariko, then you can hit the Get Sick Kid right away too. And you don't have to worry about coming back. And we're only 150 bucks away from being able to afford Zora. Early Compass. Oh, that's really good. I didn't set up the tracker right. This tracker does not have Boss Shuffle on. So we're just gonna go ahead and do a quick pause on the timer. Where's my timer? Because we need to correct the tracker. We'll just close this one. Okay, let's see, what do we got here? We have Mega Man X2 for the sprite. Map size is normal. Starting items were boots and flute. Goal setting is a Triforce hunt. Compasses. Where is... There's the boss shuffle. Okay. Think we got it. That is much better. It's like, wait, I can't enter my compass here, so we got this, this, and this. We got a compass there. We got... Just gotta update the tracker. And we are in Chicken House. Alright. So now that that is done with... And I didn't have the timer stopped right away, so we'll consider that couple seconds. That should be balanced. Unless one of these two gives me bombs, we're gonna have to go into the bomb hut. Okay, that's really not enough, though. Because at this point, I don't have... Well, I do have Samaria. I could use Samaria on the Mini Moldorm Cave. And the bow, that's right, I have a bow too. But I still kind of would like to have the extra bombs this early. Get out of the way, kid. I thought there was a 50-50 bush in this line, but... So we'll go in here, we'll grab a few more bombs. I should get full. I was considering leaving with 7, but if I don't get to full bombs, I'm gonna end up running out because I don't find any more. If I do get full bombs like this, I'll probably find bombs. Yep, there's one. Find bombs somewhere else pretty quick. I forgot, I do have a bow, there is Samaria, I've got full magic, so we technically do have some offensive weapons here. It's still early, we'll take the heart piece. That's exactly why we take the heart piece. That extra heart could be... That could be very important later. Hey Tech Guy, welcome in, hope you're having a good Saturday. Well, if those are more award-winning bushes right up here, then you won't have to worry about those. But I did destroy your other award-winning bushes. And I did it with malice. I think that's the right word. Did it with ill intent. I'm gonna destroy a lot more award-winning bushes before this seed is over. Hey, stop that. This is why we destroy bushes. Because that guard is being mean. Alright, slip into the dam. God, my youngest daughter is taking a bath upstairs and I can hear her swirling around in the tub. She's been in there for like an hour and refilled the hot water twice. Did I not connect stream avatars? I loaded it and I didn't connect it. Yep, there's those bombs I was talking about. Okay, stream avatars is loaded. Okay. Very sloppy so far tonight. That seems like it'd be so nice to have, where you wouldn't have to worry about running out of hot water. Wow, look at that, it hit both of them. And that is why Samaria is the best item. A glove. A boomerang. Another glove. Okay, so we've already got mitts. Two gloves in Mini Moldorm Cave. You love to see it. You don't love to see that, though. Wait. This is fine. I have a fairy. I have a fairy. We're good. I guess the real question is, do I want to farm the little rock down here? For extra money to do Zora right away. Quarter magic, beautiful. She actually asked about the thermostat a couple days ago. She's like, Dad, do you not like it when people touch this? Like, what are you talking about? She pointed to the thermostat. Like, I really don't care if you do. I just don't want you moving it too high or too low. There's a reason we keep the thermostat where we do. And she seemed satisfied with that answer. So if it wasn't obvious, I am gonna sit there and exit this room and come back a bunch of times to get 500 bucks. Yeah, some friends of mine had a Nest thermostat and it seemed really cool. Ours is just like a really bare bones, basic, old school one. Where you have to actually press the button on the unit upstairs in the hallway. And it covers the whole house. There's no separate thermostat down here. Hey Giggles, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Saturday. I didn't even know there was more than one version of Sonic Adventure 2. I think the last Sonic game I played was, well, I played Sonic 3 a lot. Sonic 3 and Sonic 2 on Game Gear, and Sonic 1 on Game Gear. When I had a Genesis back when I was a kid, the only two games I had were Sonic 2 and Sonic 3. Alright. We're setting up a water walk. And not getting hit by crabs. Okay, they parted. I was so sure that when they all moved in that direction there, I was like, yep, I'm dead. But disaster was avoided. That's just 10 arrows, we don't need that. The only smart things we have in our house is smart plugs. Alright, another compass to ice. Actually, let's see what freebie she gives us here. Hey, come back here. Blue? That was not worth it. It's like I do not care about having a bee. Hey Brody, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Saturday. Enjoy the time with the grandkids. That stuff, that is definitely... Family time is a lot more important than anything else. I mean, I'd be very hypocritical if I said otherwise, because basically every night I'm not here, it's because of some kind of family obligation. Come on. Stupid jerkfish. Actually, we're gonna go Sank start here. That getting the mitts that early makes me wonder about King's Tomb. Because usually you wouldn't have mitts this early. With the starting boots, we can get here right away. So it was nothing. Red herring. Oh, I should probably mark some of this other stuff off on the tracker. We did this, we did that. I'm destroying all of the bushes, and there. It would have. I prefer if you would hide some money under those. Some money under the bushes would be nice. Okay, so nothing there. I really don't want to go. I want a sequence break. What's it called? Dark Cross, but I can't do that with a Samaria block. I need an actual sword. I do not have the skill to do it without a sword. So we might have to leave that behind for a while here. And I could go into Eastern with that bow. Desert compass, very nice. Thank you, Uncle. Yeah, going into going into Eastern right now, I've got the compass, so as soon as I walk in the door, I can see who the boss is. And it'd definitely be, oh, it'd be such a pain to do that without a sword too, though. Unless I find a lamp. Right now, we're just a moon pearl away from Dark World access, though. So it's seeming very unlikely that we're going to end up getting stuck with an Agaseed here. Unless the moon pearl is behind a bunny walk somewhere. Samaria is so good. Ice Rod! That is actually a really good early find. Because that's halfway to being able to beat a random Trinex that always shows up in a dungeon that I have to go all the way to the boss. Like with the boss shuffle, unless you have the compass, you can't see where what the boss is. So there's usually one spot in every boss shuffle seed where I make my way all the way to that boss, and it's something I can't even beat. Stun prize is just $5. That's not very exciting. And unfortunately, that also tells us that there is an item in Dark Cross. So unless this is a lamp or a sword down here, I'm gonna have to keep going. I'm not doing Dark Cross like with this loadout. Hey, Green Guard, we're just gonna save and quit here. You're not gonna get the kill today. Absolutely pointless. Alright, I guess Saha's Closet into Eastern. Actually, no, before we do that, I've got the starting flute. Let's go check Agina first. Ooh, blue mail. I want that. That would be so cool if you could, if it was random what animal you turn into. And in this, like, what you turn into depends on your sprite, but this is why we hate you, Agina. mean, I could technically climb the mountain right now. Well, not climb, but go up the mountain and get the one check I have in Spectacle Rock Cave. But that seems like a lot of trouble. Not really worth it. Octorok, get out of my way. I bet you that's something that wouldn't be very difficult for one of those smart people to code into the game. Green Pendant Thieves Town. Like with how Giants was looking for Giants was able to put make the community hack for Friday the 13th and put people in the Friday the 13th community in the game. Should have came here first. Could have got Dark Cross. But we're still gonna go here. I've got a sword now. We're actually gonna take that too. The sword makes a huge difference for getting and navigating those dark rooms. Plus, there's not a whole lot left that's available right now, so Eastern is the most item-dense spot I have to find progression. And the boss is... Yuck! I mean, the bow does make that doable. But it is still so gross. Really wish I would have kept that fairy in a bottle now. There's our Moon Pearl. So that's Dark World access now. I am gonna take this through. I'm gonna try. I will probably fail at Vitreous, even though I have the bow, and we'll have to come back with Sadness. But I can give it if I can get this, that's going to be a pretty early crystal already, or pretty early Triforce piece. Because we just have to do, we have to do 10 Triforce pieces. They can be any 10 that you want. One in each of the normal dungeons, and then one behind Ice Armos and Ganon's Tower, and another one behind Moldorm 2 in Ganon's Tower. Let's see, the next items will... Everything else in here will be items. Jerk. Got him. Ooh, and there's a hint tile coming up. Okay, big key. That's, actually, I forgot about the big key. Plogs? I don't know how to pronounce that. Okay, an extra heart container. Normally I wouldn't be very excited about that. But given the fact that Vitreous is going to do like 3 or 4 hearts of damage on blue mail, on green mail, I'm okay with I'm okay with that. I'm fine getting an extra heart here. All right, we're out. Gotta start being a little more... Well, there are the fairies I can grab. I can get a fairy right before we go into the boss door. So I think maybe we got to do this the old-fashioned way here. Normally I'd take a damage, but I'd just walk through the anti-fairies. I'd like take a damage boost and hit them when I'm in iframes, but... Wish that would have been an extra heart, but oh well. Okay, so all we got left now is the boss. And this room coming up can be a little bit of a pain in the butt in the dark. There we go, made it. That was actually one of the cleaner run-throughs of that room that I've ever had. At least with this kind of loadout. Having the bow really helps kill the Igor. That was a pretty rude ball pattern. Alright, here goes. I'd like to get a couple hearts from this. There we go. No, I didn't want to go in here yet. Actually, I should maybe be using bombs for this. Because I want to have 8 arrows left for the main eyeball. Okay, please die. They're not dying. I hate you, Vitreous. So tense. Almost bit it there. Okay. This is fine. Oh, that sucked. That was horrible. But it's done. 1 crystal at the 28, almost 28 minutes. Alright, what kind of crystal was that? That was a blue crystal, okay. So that gives us Dark World access now. We're gonna turn in the mushroom here. Yeah, the sword was very nice to see. That was in, I believe, was it Saha's closet. 10 arrows. Well, I guess a refill of arrows isn't too bad. Ooh, garlic bread and spaghetti. That's a very nice combination. Ganon with wooden arrows, that's that just feels bad. Nobody likes Ganon with wood arrows. I don't think I've ever actually tried that on the original Zelda. Oh, wait, actually. I was gonna go straight to the Dark World, but I think I gotta at least fill up on bombs here again. Still worth it though, not having to go back into Eastern at all this seed. Yeah, what do they just bounce off of him? What do they do if you hit Ganon with a wood arrow? Does it like actually, does it go into him or does it just kind of fall? Like make the little clink sound, like, or the little tink or clink or whatever, and then... Okay, so it just kind of, he no-sells it, to use a wrestling term. Ooh, Samaria! Oh, I could have just got my bombs there. Let's see. Actually, we're gonna try it this way here. Oh. I hear the door. Hey, sweetie. Are you ready for bed early? Are you going to bed already? You can come over to see the thing where the timer is, right above there. That's where... Whoa, careful. The chair is not made for that. See, that means the camera's turned off. How long were you in the bath? How pruny are you? Wow, your fingers still look a little wrinkly. Were you in there for like an hour and 15 minutes?
Maybe like 2 hours.
Ooh, hook shot. Hook shot lets me go like this. And then let's see if I can do it here. If I was good, I could shoot through that spike, connect to this little block here.
Who said it's only 4:48? It's bedtime.
That's Tech Guy. You can see the name right there. Oh, yeah. I mean, I did already set the clocks. I set all the clocks already for daylight savings.
I was like, it's already 7:27, and I mean 7:26. Mommy was like, no, it's not.
Yeah, I just wanted to I wanted to reset all the clocks before I forgot. Yeah. He's in California, so it's only 4:48 there. So that's a lot. That's 2 hours behind us.
I'm gonna go to California.
Why do you want to go to California?
So we can stay up later.
Well, that doesn't really work necessarily that way, but...
What? I don't know.
Oh, that's the wrong way. I'm facing the wrong direction. See, we put a bomb down, and then the bomb shoots us across the pit.
I love you.
Love you, sweetie. Sleep good.
Night-night.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Get a good night's sleep.
Okay.
There we go. My oldest daughter is sleeping over at a friend's house tonight, so figured with only one kid to worry about, it's a lot easier to get an early start. Welcome in, Gordon. Hope you're having a good Saturday. Ooh, Quake. We might need that. Also got a lot of excitement coming up next week. We have very elevated levels of radon in the basement here. So we've got someone coming out to give us an estimate to get a radon system put in. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Especially since I work down here, I sleep down here, I spend probably 14 hours a day down here. And who knows how long it's been there. I was completely uneducated about how radon stuff works, because we had it tested when we moved in 15 years ago, and everything came back fine. So I was like, okay. no big deal. And then my neighbor stopped us while I was walking the dog. She's like, hey, do you guys get tested for radon lately? I was like, no, we tested when we bought the house. Everything was good. And she's like, oh, they hadn't tested their house in 10 years, and they came back at about 10. Yep. Yeah, I get up so much earlier than everyone else. And before I had my CPAP, I have really bad sleep apnea, so the snoring would keep my wife awake. So I just ended up sleeping down here. Oh, and Zelda and Lorelei were down here too, so it all worked out. But then, yeah, I'm down here so much, and it's like finding out, hey, it could have been, I'm guessing if they tested theirs 10 years ago, it probably wasn't 10 years when we got, it was probably fine at that point. But who knows how long I've been breathing in things that are like 2.5 times higher. Well, actually, they said under 5, I mean, under 2 is what you want, and ours is hovering around 9.5. So who knows how long I've been breathing in that stuff. That's only one. Ooh, this is the green pendant. Jerk. My oldest is 12. We would have let her start doing sleepovers early, but it wasn't until a couple years ago that she was actually ready for them. Like, she was still sleeping on the floor at the foot of the bed in our bedroom upstairs. It was like we weren't going to send her to someone else's house when she was too afraid to sleep in her own room at home. And that's kind of what we're going through with my youngest daughter right now, too. Where she was invited to a birthday sleepover next weekend. And we're like, she said she wants to go to the party part, but she's not comfortable doing the sleepover. And we're like, that's perfectly fine. If you're not comfortable with that, you don't have to do the sleepover part. We'll just come and pick you up at like 8 o'clock or whatever, and jerk. Yeah, we've had I mean, I think a lot of it was with the sleeping with my oldest. She had a lot of there were a lot of, like, well, not serious medical issues, but we made the mistake of, I mean, this was not recommended by the pediatrician, but the only way we could sleep and get her to sleep was to hold her in a recliner when she was like 8-9 months old. Well, up until she was about that old, because we couldn't get her to sleep in her crib. And we think that kind of caused a lot of those issues to snowball with her. And our youngest is just hard to say with her. She can get she's got very big emotions. And she's too young to really know how to accurately deal with that stuff. So that's more fun. Always an adventure with parenting. Jerk. Uh-oh. I really wish one of these, like if the stun prize was hearts, that would be awesome. We're gonna go here. Sneak. Yeah, refluxes, that can be really bad. Uh-oh. Crap. Problems. This is really bad. That is so bad. Okay, where is it? We're just running through. There is an item down here. If I can just get this item before I die, at least it's easier to get back to the boss. Wait, the key? Oh, the key is locked in there. I didn't miss a chest anywhere else, did I? Yeah, the key has to be locked in there. Get in there. Hopefully this is a beatable boss. I'm using that. I mean, as far as a boss goes, Mothula's one you want to see here. Alright, so that's 2 Triforce pieces. Oh, that's also Ganon's tower. Ooh, that is really nice. Already having access to Ganon's tower. I mean, that's basically where I have to try going next. The only thing I can't do is right side without the fire rod. The count censored is one of my favorite things ever. It's so funny. No, I don't have the mirror. We're not gonna do that yet. It's like, do I want to go do... Ooh, we couldn't get some more money, though. It's like, do I want to go and do Smith Chain right now? That's not good. But it doesn't make a lot of sense to do Smith Chain at this point, because I can come back with the mirror and get all the other stuff at the same time. That's a lot better. 268. I want to have enough to buy another bottle of blue, but I also still need enough to get into pod. So I guess depending on what we see here, might have to go to do the arrow game again. Yeah, definitely doing the arrow game again. That was pathetic. Let's see, we're gonna loop around. We'll get to Hype Cave. I could turn in that green pendant. Almost missed. What happened to me? I used to be able to do this like practically with my eyes closed. Oh wait, no, we gotta go back out here. Yeah, if you talk to the guy right away, you can get a second round in. One, almost missed it again. 2, 3, 4. There we go, much better. All right, one more round. Almost botched that one. That's more like it. Yeah, I'm very careful about calling go mode after that one. Never want to skip things thinking you're in go mode when you're not. That's just made of sadness. And compass, alright, Stumpy. Ganon's Tower actually is not a bad compass because it tells you how many items you've got. So I'll gladly take that. How do we want to play this here? Actually, maybe I go up and do Pyramid Ledge and Homie Fish too right away. Turtle Rock and Skull Woods. Because I'm really not going to get back to either of... This is the closest I'm going to be to either of those for a while. So why not check them now? Alright, replenish some of those arrows. Okay, Johnny, that was like that's two like 1 out of 10s in a row. There is no hype here. No hype at all. Oh, thanks, Pops. Yeah, definitely liking the stream is a very quick and easy way to help YouTube push it out to more people. It's a very simple thing to do. Ow. Much like running into a bomb. That's right, I gotta go back and buy another bottle of blue. Nope. We already have the red boomerang, we don't need the blue one. Alright, Homie Fish, you are going to deliver. I'm sensing a fire rod.
Just checking.
Everything all right?
Yep, 2 corpses, everything's
Welcome
fine.
in, Cheese. Happy birthday. Thanks for the 2 corpses bits. Much appreciated. It is Cheeseball's birthday today, so drop her a happy birthday. Okay. And in honor of Cheese's birthday, Homie Fish is going to give us the fire rod. Right here. It's going kind of good, but kind of bad. There's, the scales are even right now. That could be nice. Compass to Thieves Town. I already beat that one. What was it? Oh, that's right. Have to go get, I should do the mountain first in the light world. Have to go get a bottle of blue. Turn in the green pendant. It's like there's definitely a lot of good items early on here. More than I'd normally see. But I'm worried, usually when this happens, there's a mid-seed bottleneck and you don't find anything for like an hour. Oh, that was the first misadventure of Laura. I had to add a background to that one manually because it didn't look good when I had it originally it was transparent and it did not look great. So that had to be fixed. Alright, going up the mountain. We'll go get Gary. One of these days I will make more Misadventures of Laura if I ever have time again. I thought things were gonna be a little... Like, I'm like, oh, but kids are getting older, they'll keep themselves occupied more, we'll have more time, more free time to do things. And it turns out that, is actually completely wrong, because all the free time is, not free time, it's taking them to various sporting practices and clinics and stuff like that. Alright, there we go. What are you gonna give us, Gary? Get away, Dead Rocks. Heart piece is fine, I guess. got hook speed first try and then ran into a dead rock. Okay. We're gonna have good stuff here. I do want that, but no mirror. I'm gonna go get that, though. I do want a second bottle. So we had 2 gloves in Mini Moldorm Cave, and now we've got 2 bottles on Death Mountain. The seed's dropping a deuce on us. 2 pair. A heart container is in Eastern Palace. I was already there, I know that. Ooh, we can get into the Tower of Hera. How far do I want to push the light world right now? That is true, yeah. Early bow and early mitts does change a lot. I think what we'll do here is we'll go up through Paradox. We'll go to Hera. After Hera, we'll go and get what's it called? Spiral Cave. And then we'll go into the Dark World from there. I think that's the plan. Yeah, the bow mitts, there was so much that was so good right at the start. Come on, something progression. That's actually really good. The compass to Hera here, it's not progression, but that could save me from going all the way up to the boss. I'm gonna be so close to that anyway, though. Oh, there's no fire source. This is not optimal. All right, $300, we don't need that. But we are gonna go into the Tower of Hera. It is not beatable. Unless I find Bombos, or ideally Fire Rod, because Bombos is not going to help me beat the boss. I don't think I'm capable of doing a hammer cold stare. Ugh, okay, so Shovel is in Mire Shed. Another bottle. There we go. Can't get that. Okay, so the big key's in the basement. And we can't really do anything there. Big key in the basement and the other item behind. So everything is locked. It would be fun to see Koopa Troopas in Turtle Rock. Might make that place a little more interesting and a little less suck. Not if... Oh wait, Ganon's Tower. That's where everything's gonna be. I'm sitting here like, why am I not getting any progression? And I forgot that Ganon's Tower was already open. I mean, the shovel could lead to something, but... I really don't feel like it. I'm right next to a lot of density right now. We have Super Bunny, we have Hookshot Cave, and Ganon's Tower. I don't want to go running off to check the shovel. But hey, at least 2 Triforce pieces at the 1 hour mark is probably a little better than I normally have. We know where Quake is. Quake is locked behind the cape. Burna. Okay, that will make Blind a lot nicer if we run into Blind. Blind is effectively free now. George McFly. Good old Crispin Glover. Or am I mixing that up? Was he not... Am I confused again? Would not be the first time. Bombs. Okay, let's... I needed bombs earlier, not now. I said no more bombs. Yikes. Hey, I was correct. That never happens. That is Ether. Wow, that hurts. Okay. We're just gonna do that. All right. It's like I could picture at least who I thought I remembered George as, and it was Crispin Glover. But I never know if my brain is actually firing on the proper cylinders for that. Okay. Compass to Turtle Rock. Well, that's right, it doesn't... The compass for Ganon's Tower doesn't give me anything unless it's Key Sanity. Not grabbing a map. We're not going to take out Bob for a map. We're going to get rid of the bug. Still got a fairy, so that's fine. I thought that thing was going to try to kill me. No, you were supposed to come and get the skeletons. Lamp, yes. Not necessarily progression, except for Dark Cross, but... Alright, stupid bugs. I hate Stalfos. There we go, a twofer. Out of the corner, you coward. Really? All the keys? Uh-oh. You gotta kind of be lined up properly there. If you don't want to fall into the pit. Oh boy. Could really use a full heart reef, like a a piece of heart that gives me a full restore. Ooh. Okay, that opened up Aga 1, but we do not care about Aga 1 in the slightest. Hopefully the Ice Armos boss is beatable. Because there's a chance we can't even beat the Ice boss here that we're going to. I don't know how... Is it worth doing the whole climb? Actually, I think I can beat pretty much every boss but Trinex right now. I mean, some are easier than others, but... Come on, big key in here, so I can get the big chest. There we go, perfect. So now I can get the big chest. We'll go get Bob's chest. And then we'll see what our boss is down here. Hopefully it's not Ice Trinex. Seeing Blind down here would be pretty nice. Ice Blind with the Cane of Burna and Quarter Magic. That would just be a huge success. Ow. I also gotta think about, do I want to go and do Tile Room? Because I can get to Tile Room. Get out of there, Bob. And so far, there hasn't really been any other progression yet. Of course it's Ice Trinex. It had to be Ice Trinex, but at least I remembered the fairy. Alright, we're gonna do Tile Room. Ganon's Tower has not had any progression. It's largely been a giant waste. Ow. I'd like to save some of this magic for Spike Cave. Whoops. If I had Fire Rod, I could go do that room over there. Ow. Magic Powder would kind of be nice, too. Just to turn those anti-fairies into real fairies. Ow, okay. Problem. Like compass to swamp. That's really not that exciting. Alright, I think with Quarter Magic I should have enough. And if I don't, then I just die. Ow, that's not good. Oh yeah, Quarter Magic this is plenty. Love Quarter Magic. Ho ho ho! Now, where to next? That fire source still doesn't necessarily help. It's like, oh, I could go back and finish Hera. But we get the big key, and unless... Wait. Should only be one item left in Hera. Hey Pepper, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Saturday. Yeah, after Dark Cross here, I think I have to go to Mire Shed. And there's also Smith Chain. And then there's Pod. And Pod is clearable. I've got everything, well, depending on the boss, and I have the compass. So Pod should hopefully be a full clear. What a waste. It's like, do I do Mire Shed? And then after Mire Shed, do I go do Smith Chain? Or do I just go straight into Pod? I mean, I guess technically, oh no, it's by Mire, so it wouldn't be checkerboard. All right, so that quake is completely pointless. So we can just mark Bumper Cave off the list. Compass to Mire. Wait, why am I running out here? We can't do anything from this point. Oh, jeez, but it's a mirrorless Smith Chain. Why didn't I climb Ganon's tower? I could have just climbed Ganon's tower. Why didn't I do that? That's probably where my progression is. Eh. I'm going to Pod. Ow! Murderdactyl. Okay, stop that. I already chucked my fairy to Death Warp out of Turtle Rock. I mean, Death Warp out of that Trinex fight. You'd think with this many hearts, I wouldn't be struggling this much on Green Mail. Hey, Desert Dork, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Saturday. The seed started out really nice. It gave us bow in the first check and mitts really early, and it's been basically a whole lot of nothing ever since. Which is how it usually works. Okay, vanilla. We can do this. If there's no progression here, we'll have a third piece, and then I can go back up to Ganon's tower and do the climb. Though I'd really like to go back. I don't want to keep doing the climb over and over again. I'd like to be able to beat Trinex and get both Triforce pieces there. Instead of having to do the climb a third time. Whoops. Anyone want to give me some hearts? Just a few. Piece of heart and Swamp Palace, that's great. You know what? I've got plenty of money. A piece of heart in Swamp Palace. That's, just lovely. Okay. Oh, that was... I had the right lineup. And then the electric eel thing was like, nope. They're blob, jellyfish, whatever you want to call those. Fire rod, there it is. Every boss in the game now is clearable. That's actually going to open up a lot here. That gives us Hera. That gives us Skull Woods. That gives us 2 more in Ganon's Tower. That fire rod was, that was big. Let's see, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can be at 7 after we go through all these fire rod things. Actually, technically, 8 with Ice Palace. Why is Ice Palace purple? Oh, I'd have to fake flipper to get there. I can sequence break that. I can sequence break to get into ice. Yeah, that's right, because you have to get through that that jellyfish room with hookshot or whatever. These things, the red ones. Yeah, this time it's purple, but that's just because I don't have flippers. But I will sequence break that. I've got Samaria, so I have no problem going into Ice Palace with Samaria. So we could be at 8, and then we've just got Mire, Turtle Rock, and Desert, and Swamp, and that's largely going to depend on where the mirror would then be go mode, or would it? The mirror would give us swamp. Yeah, the mirror would give us swamp and desert. So at that point, mirror would be full go mode. I mean, I'd still have to go back and do all that other stuff in Ganon's Tower again. I'd probably hit the right side this time to get to the boss, because we didn't go that way last time. Okay, the big key is either here in Harmless Hellway or it's in the other room. Nope. So we gotta go back. Big key is over here. I'd really like that mirror though. I want to get the... There's a blue male just sitting on Desert Ledge right now, and I want it. I mean, yeah, I've got plenty of health, but I still always feel a lot more comfortable having blue mail. This has to be the big key. There we go. I think this is going to be... Yeah, this is going to be the map. I didn't even know why I'm bothering to grab this. Mainly it's just in case I forgot or I miscounted something. So this will be a blue crystal. I wish I had the mirror. Could just mirror out and go. This worked out well, though, going to Pod before going back to Ganon's Tower. So I guess leaving Pod like that, I mean, leaving Ganon's Tower like that, not as big of a deal. At 113, where'd all the time go? Jerks. Those are... No, those are hearts over there. Fail. Okay, I want these. I don't know how people do track, like in Super Metroid, like in the map rando, I can see doing a no tracker seed on that, just because you don't need to look at anything on the map, and you can't have a tracker as far as I know that can read the custom map. But on this, I don't know how, like how people could do a trackerless seed. I'd get so confused. I'm guessing they're just smarter than I am. That's the simple solution. Why was I taking that out? Bonk. Okay, so we'll be done with this. Where to after this? And I've got, I think maybe Skull Woods next. Ow. Got him. Jeez, you're so much faster than I am. Like if I do a seed, like if I do something in like an hour 45, that's really fast for me. Like I never get around the 90-minute mark. Yeah, gotta be Skullwoods next. Just get that cleaned up. Yeah, that is my big issue. I am way too thorough. My OCD does not allow me to make skips, which is why I could never do tournament races or anything like that. You know what? Let's just do Ice. Let's do Ice Palace first. Nope, that was not right. Nope. I've got everything I need for Ice Palace here except for the flippers, so... Let's just do this. And we've got a compass, and it doesn't actually even matter who the boss is. Yep, always be clearing dungeons. Compass is held with the fishes. That's not helpful at all. This might be the first seed that I haven't had a single useful hint tile yet. They've all been pretty garbage. Bonk. Bonk. Right, can I do the pen gator? I don't even remember the actual setup for this, but... that did not work at all. There's a really cool setup you can do where you just drop 2 bombs and it kills all of them. Unfortunately, I cannot do that. Oh, that's true, the shovel one, but that just led to like 50 bucks. I want something that like tells me, hey, there's your flippers are, well, flippers aren't that big. Like, I want to know where the mirror is. At this point, flippers get me Swamp Palace, but flippers aren't going to be go mode. I'd still need a medallion. Either Bombos or Ether, and I don't want Ether. I don't want to go to Turtle Rock. There's a heart container in a dungeon. I love that hint. Alright, geez, do I remember how to do this? I did that wrong. I knew that right when I did it. There we go. We have now done the best piece of tech in any game ever. We have succeeded on Icebreaker. All is right with the world. No, just don't make me go to iced tea. All right, another shield. That's one item. Butter sword. 2 items. Now we just need one more. Don't make me go into iced tea to get it. Right here, freeze our room. Mirror. I'm gonna have to go get iced tea. The big key is... I'm not... Nope. Not doing it. We're doing a skip. Not gonna go get the big key from iced tea room and then come all the way back. We're not doing it. Who's the boss in here? Oh, blind. I used to love Snapple. But it's all the way over there, and then I have to go back and get the chest again. I don't want to do it. What are the odds of that being my mirror? I mean, even if it is the mirror, unless all the other progression is locked behind that... Like, I can skip 2 dungeons. So even if I end up having to skip desert and swamp, I could still technically do mire. I mean, I could still technically do mire and, what's it called? Turtle Rock. Hey Kyoto, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Saturday. Yeah, the flippers can't be in there. And actually, it's kind of not finding the flippers is actually kind of good. Because then the longer it takes me to find the flippers, the less likely there'll be anything useful in there. Alright, so we're gonna go over here and get piece number 5. I have no idea who our boss is in Skull Woods, but it doesn't matter. Then after Skull Woods, we can save and quit. And then we'll go and do... Guess we'll hit hit Hera first, and then we'll go over to Ganon's Tower. Get both pieces in Ganon's Tower. And that'll put us at 8. I should probably get the fire rod out. Yeah, that's going to be the map, so we're not even going to bother with that. Do not need it. I do have a hair appointment. That emote's awesome. What is that? I love that. Uh-oh. having those emotes that kind of pair together to make something cool like that are always so much fun. Stupid jerks. Unfortunately, we don't get to listen to this song very much because we're just getting in and out. Landmo. That's good work. I don't have them yet, but Turtle Rock is Ether and Meyer is Bombos. So either of those open up another dungeon. I'd rather not do Turtle Rock, but I will if I have to. Nope, I don't have the mirror. We're gonna have to go the long way to get to Hera. I mean, odds are the mirror is just sitting there on, what's it called? Either an Ice Palace or it's been available the whole time. If I just would have been willing to go and do Smith Chain. Yeah, Turtle Rock and I have a hate-hate relationship. The only thing good about Turtle Rock is the fact that I put Over Horizon Stage 2 as the MSU track. Because other than that, it's complete garbage. Alright. Oh, there's still items in here, though. I gotta do Hera Basement. I don't want to do Hera Basement. I mean, I guess I could leave the item behind here and just hope for the best. Wait a minute, that's wrong. I could just let this go. Oh, Hammer on Magic Bat is pretty bad. For me, well, not counting like Moon Pearl on Pet or something like that. I hate doing Aga 1. There's my big key. Oh, I have to walk all the way out. And I despise Agina, but it's not like that's a difficult check to get to. All right. Oh, this is Cold Stare. I did this wrong. I'm not going to do that bomb jump. Because I'm going to miss it and fall down two floors. We're doing this the old-fashioned way. Pointless. Yep, I had to go back. I don't know how to do that bomb jump. I had hook shot. Didn't I have hook shot equipped? I had hook shot equipped. And I still walked around like an idiot. No, no, no. How did I miss that? That was so dumb. It's like I really don't want this seed to be done in under 2 hours. Even though I do. Epically, that is valid. That might be one of my better dumb overlook fails. And that was just... I was confused when I read that message. I'm like, what are you talking about? I had hook shot. Wait a minute. Hook shot hits the chest. That's the important part. It's the content. Hey Chris, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Saturday. Hopefully, I fed the bad mushroom to the potion shop lady. So if you got a mushroom from her, it was probably a pretty bad one. I don't even remember where I found it, but I did give it to her. Oh, this is Ice Trinex with no mail. That's not the right spot. There we go. Maybe we'll get a blue mail in Dark Magician Room. Actually, let's kill that first. There have been quite a few times where I have not made it to the door before the torch is unlit. But this is not one of those times. Nope, too early. Go away, Gyptos, I hate you. Bombs. There's those flippers. Did not want to see that. Get out of there. And I guess now if the mirror shows up... Actually, I did need those to do swamp with the mirror. The mirror was not go mode. You needed flippers for that. I am going to last location that thing in ice. There, you do that. I will bonk. I don't want to go back there. Just to get the big... If the big key was anywhere but iced tea, it wouldn't be a problem. Why? But I don't want to go into iced tea just to turn around and go back to the big chest. It makes me sad. Speaking of things that make me sad, we're about to do Ice Trinex. Sorry, Bob. I gotta be really careful I don't die here, too. Come on. I hate Ice Trinex. That missed? We're gonna have to refill some potions after this. Ow. Hey Dave, welcome in. Thanks for the jump scare. Hope you're having a good Saturday. Come on. I need my potion. Uh-oh. I thought I was gonna die there. He froze that whole floor. It was pretty rude. Can't see. Silvers. This seed has been hot garbage. So it'll be better when it's done. Ooh, wait. I mean, I've got 3 open bottles right now. Hey, come back here. You know what? 2 fairies is fine. Okay. So now we're climbing. If there's no progression on the climb here... Oh, I haven't went to Hobo yet. I never did a sequence break to get to the Hobo. So yeah, it's either back into Ice Palace, it's the Hobo, or it's Smith Chain. Oh, Diablo 1? I spent so many hours on that. I had a really big fight. Well, I mean, I used a Diablo trainer, so it was basically all super hacked, but I basically just played single player, but I had a great sorcerer or wizard or whatever they called it with the Archangel Staff of Apocalypse with the 255 charges and supermax fireballs, and D1 was just a good time. Jerks. And like Diablo 2 is probably in my top 50 games ever, and 3 and 4 just didn't really do it for me. I spent a lot more time on 1 and 2 than I did the more recent entries. Stupid Beamos. Ow. Maybe I should have got that third fairy. Yeah, the ending wasn't that great. Come on. All I want to do is kill that Stalfos. And he keeps jumping my arrows and stuff. This is why we grabbed those. Should have grabbed the third one. The hookshot doesn't freeze the Stalfos though, does it? Because I tried using that earlier for the stun prize and it just, maybe it's the ones in Eastern? Uh-oh. Oh, it does. Okay. Because I thought I used it on one of the ones in, or maybe that was the boomerang I used on a Stalfos in Eastern. So remember, I tried to get the stun prize and it just walked away. It like no sold it. Love that room. Oh, okay. What am I doing? Okay, we're just gonna do it this way. That was really sloppy, but it worked. Alright. Please have progression up here, like a mirror. I don't need that. I already beat Skullwoods. Blue mail, though. I'll take a blue mail. Too far. Come on. I was really hoping that would be a refill. Alright, Mothula 2. I guess we just save and quit? I don't like it. Smith Chain has been here the entire game. And I was like, no, I'm not going to do Smith Chain. Not until I get the mirror. Now it's kind of looking like Smith Chain was the answer. It's a 1 in 4 chance. But first things first, Hobo. I should have got this one a lot earlier, too. Like, I should have came back and... I should have actually done this sequence break before I went to Ice Palace. I completely forgot I hadn't done the Hobo yet, and I should have just went here, then went back down into Ice Palace. I was already fake flippering. Never mind. Yep, Zora was done very early. Don't like it. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I'm missing so many things right now. Like, we're just kind of stuck on 8. The mirror would be awesome, but odds are it's going to be like, we'll find Ether, have to go into Turtle Rock, and then we'll find Bombos, and that'll take us into Mire, and the mirror will be in Mire. I don't want to do Mirrorless Smith. Oh, it's gonna be an iced tea. I'm just postponing it because I don't want it to be. It's one of those things, I'm desperately hoping that I get bailed out somehow. That's all I want, I just want to get bailed out. Mirrorless Smith sucks. Like, this one I could have definitely done a lot earlier. This part isn't as bad. Well, iced tea isn't... If it was just iced tea, it wouldn't be such a big deal, but it's iced tea and then getting the big key in iced tea, and then going back to the big chest. That's what I don't like. It's happening. Ooh. Yeah, book for a medallion? They're not good. The game wouldn't do this to me. Ice Palace and I were on good terms. I had Samaria. It doesn't need to do this. Just give me the mirror right here. And that's still not going to be done in under 2 hours, but... just give me the mirror. Nope. Come on. Yep, Hammer Pegs was, forget exactly what it was, but it was garbage. Nothing useful. Ice Palace, I hate you. Maybe it's not Ice Palace. Maybe I missed something else somewhere. This is the wrong door. The sad thing is, if I would have went back and if I would have just went back, like, this is why I don't skip items. Like I said, like, whenever I make a skip, I end up regretting it. And this is exactly why I never skip anything, because the one time I make a skip, it ends up being something that's very costly. Ice Palace doesn't hate me as much as I hate Ice Palace. It's not possible. I mean, I have an exclamation mark ice command here that we can do. That scrolls that across the screen. It used to talk too, but then Mix It Up didn't like doing the whole text-to-speech thing. That didn't work. Chaser, this is horrible. I was in Ice Palace, and I decided to do a skip, because the big key is an iced tea, and I didn't want to take the big key, walk all the way around, and go back to the big chest. And now I've, last locationed. There's probably a better way to get to iced tea. Actually, I think there is, if I can do it right. No, 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 go faster! No. I think... if I bomb jump here... if I can... I don't bomb jump this one because I never get it right. Although, yeah, Water Temple in Ocarina of Time is the reason I stopped playing Ocarina of Time. Is this right? Am I walking in circles? No, this is it. So actually, this wasn't bad at all. I just had to do it this way, and I just never do it this way because I can never get the bomb jump. That makes it even worse. Alright, we're just gonna walk through the fire bar. Well, usually I miss the bomb jump. Like, it is very rare that I hit that bomb jump, and it was the freaking mirror. This seed would have been done already. I hate you, Ice Palace. This is your fault. Oh, this is why I don't skip. Maybe I just need to start trying that bomb jump from now on. Oh, that was horrible. That is definitely gross. That is Laura's ugly face. And it was nice to get that bomb jump. It's, from what I understand too, that's one of the easier bomb jumps in the game to line up. Like, it's definitely not pixel perfect. There's a lot of different ways you can do it. But it's like the one in Skull Woods when you're trying to get to the big chest. More often than not, I just end up falling into the hole. Alright, well, we're just gonna do a super go mode here. Hey. I mean, maybe I run and... Do I even bother with the red mail at this point? Okay, that's ridiculous. Oh boy. Why can I not do Specky Clip? There we go. Now I'm basically dead, but... I'm not even worried about who the boss is in here. I'll grab these 2 chests on the hope of maybe getting a heart. Yeah, Butter and Silvers, Ganon's gonna be like a minute and a half. I really need to learn the Samaria diver down. I was hoping for a heart piece that would give me a full refill, but this is fine. There's the cape. That'll make Ganon a lot nicer. Actually, no, I have Burna. Yeah, usually normally I will go do left side. I was considering grabbing the first key so I didn't have to do this part, but I think this is still a little faster. Vanilla Argus? One-eyed Moldorm. Yeah, it seems like it's so much easier. Like, it's not even close with how much easier it is. Yeah, hopefully no dying. Dying would make it a lot worse. I don't think I need that red mail. All I gotta do is find the big key and we can go. That could be why he's here. Nope, we're not getting it. I was gonna go get the red mail. I'm like, no, I've got Butter and Silvers. I've got a cape. I've got Burna. There's no reason to get any of that. Big key right here. Don't make me go to the right side. Actually, oh, I guess big key could be here. And the small key could be in the big chest, but nope. Like, I'm sitting there, I'm like, there's still maybe a chance. Actually, I should have done Swamp last. Because getting to the pyramid is a lot quicker if you're going from Swamp. I should have done this first. Yeah, it's kind of like, it seems like you're kind of squeezing between the block and the rail. It looks really cool. Uh-oh. That was not how I wanted to do it, but oh well. Why are you bouncing off the wall? You have the key, just hold the key out in front of you and run into the door. Not that difficult. Alright, no Trinex in here. I want a very quick and easy boss. That's the wrong pot. I should have kept Hookshot out. Forgot I had to get this key. I was thinking I was going into this room. This isn't going to be under 2 hours. Come on. Open faster. And I one more half heart, and I could have done this, the sword beams with it. I think I gotta take the refill here just to get the magic back. Actually, I really didn't. Oh well. Hey, I can get Ped. Hey, Etna, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Saturday. Yeah, if only I didn't skip the hearts in the room right before that. And skip these hearts now. Really, like, I feel like there's still a shot at getting this under 2 hours. With silvers and butter, it usually takes me about like a minute and a half usually. Unless Ganon teleports a bunch, so I'm just really desperate to try to salvage this in under 2. So that's like all I'm thinking about right now is just trying to get there quick. It would have been a lot smarter to do desert first and then just run from swamp straight up. But I think this should be fine. I've got such a great loadout here. Stop talking. Like, if this was tempered, probably wouldn't work, but with butter... We just need him to stop teleporting. Perfect. Missed. That's fine. Missed again. Oh yeah, easy. It's all because I was cutting down the bushes. That was definitely some extermination. And under 2 hours. Thankfully I've never fallen there. 164, bleh.